What is the truth about 2012? Are we going to see major cataclysms and planetary travail? Who are the violet people, and how are they making a historic change on our planet today? All these things I write about in my Earth 2012 series, and I'm really excited to share my unique perspective. I believe we're in for an amazing shift in consciousness that is so vast and incomprehensible. It's literally changing the molecules of our world, and it's taking place today. There is an avant-garde of souls on the planet who I've been cataloging, who I believe could be as many as 50 to 80 million on the planet today, born into every country and background, religious belief and system. They have an extraordinary consciousness and a consciousness languaging that links them to other awakening souls worldwide. This awakening soul group I call the Violet People because of their just extraordinary qualities that I catalog in Book 2, the 22 Master Qualities. And what I have seen in them is this violet energetic of personal planetary transformation. So they're very much about planetary activism and birthing a new world. And of course we saw all that starting to come into play in the 60s with the human potential movement, the new psychology movement, the peace movement, and a host of others. And we actually have over 144,000 movements and programs, projects, endeavors, companies, organizations today that are working towards positive planetary change. This then is an important piece to the puzzle of 2012. And what is going to be happening in this time? Is it all going to come down in 2012? I believe personally we're in the passage. We're in the 2012 passage. Does it end on that date in Christmas time in 2012? I believe this is an ongoing movement of change. And that it's so far-reaching, it's going to change the way we live life on Earth. I believe we're coming into a whole new dimensional aspect of ourselves, which I call the authentic self. And I have found this consistently in thousands of cases as I've researched and delved deeply in the psyche and worked with countless individuals. I found that beyond the patterns, the subconscious patterns that are literally creating havoc in everyone's lives, and which I found is the cause of suffering, there is this authentic selfhood, this bastion of peace. And it's that part of you that when you feel your best self, when you feel alive and passionate about life, when you feel peace and calm, when you have wisdom, this is the part of you that lives on forever inside your psyche, but sometimes is unaddressed or unaccessed because these other programs, the subconscious pain and strife and stress and all of their dynamics in the outer world are playing out so much, so often at the time. I was able to find a cure, to develop a cure over many years, which I call TheQuest, and I created a breakthrough self-healing system that I'm actually giving to the world for free in this new book. And if you'd like to get this book for free, please go on my website, aurorajulianaariel.com. I lay out all of this information about the psyche, demystifying what's really going on inside and how we can shift from a pattern-driven reality to actualizing our full potentials and living in that authentic selfhood most of the time. It's very easy to do, but it's a life mastery path that needs training, and it needs you to implement to gather that skill. It's not natural on this planet because we forever live out of our patterns. So what is going to happen in the future? Is it going to be extinction or advancement? The future remains to be seen, but invariably it really does have to do with you and I. We are an essential key, and whether we live continuing the patterns of our past, all those stresses and strains and frustrations that happen in daily life, and we don't master our psychology, I believe we could be in for the worst. But if we do choose to live out of our higher natures, if we do choose to heal the patterns instead of letting them drive us, if we do choose our authentic selfhood and bring that into the mix and let that vision, that amazing part of us share its gifts with the world, I do think that we're going to see things shift in a twinkling of an eye, and we're going to have a better world because of it. Will we move into a full golden age as many people prophesy? I'm holding for that. I'm dedicated to it, and I'm doing my part to help us manifest that, and I hope you will too.